Points and congratulations to all you dancers for your amazing bodies. Can we just do this? Holy crap. I feel the need to lift and tone. That's how I feel right now. That's okay. We can do that tomorrow. So I'm an athlete of sorts, not in the same way that beautiful, graceful dancers are. I've tried step aerobics and I'm not good at it. But I am, anybody want to guess a sport I might play?
Basketball.
Yay, you're so good. Basketball, volleyball. You guys are quick. That's nice. I get that a lot. It's like middle blocker. You know, it's like, hey baby, what sport do you play? And in fact, being very athletic has been sort of an interesting part of my life, which is kind of the dating arena. I'm sure the dancers get it. They get the like, oh, do you dance? Right? Do you like have this amazing body? And they also, is anybody with me? Do they walk like this after ballet class? Is that like not funny in a dancer crowd? Is it just funny? I think it's awesome. I can't even do it. They have their toes out and their hips open and they just do that. And their necks are always really up high. Anyways, basketball players are more, you know, like big and move differently than them. And in the world of dating, it's been a little interesting because you kind of get different feedback from people, right, when they're, you know, trying to put the moves on. And some men are really into the whole athletic thing, and some are really not. The ones that are not into it, I got some funny feedback in my lifetime, and these are guys who, you know, just sort of became my friends. Maybe we met playing ultimate frisbee, we met on a basketball team, and I'll hear like a few years after we met, you know, it's like, you know, Quigg, when I first met you, then this is gonna kind of like sound really weird, you know, but like, I don't know, my first thought was, I wonder if she could take me. And it's not like out to ice cream or, you know, to a movie. It's like on hand-to-hand Mortal Kombat, they weren't sure if they would die. That was the reaction I inspired in them. It's like, not really gonna get a lot of dates out of that. And then there's the other side of things, which is the very appreciative crowd. So this is me, I'm walking to work, Jackson Avenue, work down in, you know, by the football stadium. Wearing shorts, it's summertime. This is not like the only time this happened. Caddy pulls up on my left, window comes down. Girl, you had got yourself some gorgeous legs. Or one time I was running just by myself, kind of in Madison Valley area, and I was in like my sprint mode, right? It's kind of near the end of the run when you're focused and you're trying to work it out. And I was going, and I was kind of near a fire station, fortunately, because this car pulls up and slows down nearby me, and this man starts talking to me out the window. He says, excuse me, miss. And I was like, oh my God. Okay. So I keep going, he pulls his car up out ahead of me, opens the door, hops out, and he says, ma'am, I'm so sorry to bother you, I really am. But I have to ask you something. How do you get your hamstrings to pop like that? You know what I mean? Now I coach track, and my athletes, they don't have that. So I need to know, are you doing something, or is that natural? He actually asked if he could touch him. He wanted to touch my hamstring. How about you give me your number, and I'll call you, and we'll talk about it. Anyways, eventually he gave me his number, and I never called. But that was, I know. That could have been very interesting. I know, wah wah. I don't take my clothes off, I don't call back aggressive suitors. Jeez. And then of course there's the last segment of people who will respond to the athletic basketball playing woman, which is the gay girls. God bless them in the house. Where are they? As my friend Judy put it, you know, Quigg, if you switch teams, you could score some seriously hot chicks. Got it, Judy. And then just block that away for later. It's awesome. I had a funny experience recently, though, with the whole athletic thing, which is I went for my annual, ladies. And you don't think that's going to come up there. But I went in, right, and I'm going to a particular doctor with a funny name for his job, Dr. South. I'm not kidding, that is the name of my gynecologist. You guys are in med school being like, wait, guys, I got it. I'll go into gynecology. Like 30 minutes, you know. So, it's like Dr. Nether Regions. So I go in, and you know, there's the whole getting ready, and peeing a cup, and you put on paper gown, and he kind of greeted me initially, but very briefly, and I get the sense he's a very serious man. Like, this guy is not, use extra words, he's not going to joke around, he's here to do business, right? He's probably got enough Dr. South jokes for one lifetime, doesn't need another one. So, We're doing the exam part, and he checks to this, checks to that, and I kind of try to ask him a couple questions and stuff, and he's just not having any of it. This man is all business, and I need to be quiet. He's like, okay, got it. Gonna keep my mouth shut. So eventually he comes back in, I am redressed, and we're now going to talk, okay? So he sits down, turns out he's very friendly. The smile breaks forth, really red cheeks, kind of looks like Santa without a beard, like poofy white hair. And he starts talking about, Bridget, you know, you're doing really good, and healthy this, and this is really great and everything. And he says, you have the small muscular vagina, typical of the woman of your activity level who does not have children. I was like, I didn't say it. I was like, this, we're being cool right now. But I was like, small muscular vagina? Dude, that is genius. Did you just come up with that? Like, did you say that to all the girls? Because that is an awesome compliment. I mean, there are rappers who do whole albums about just this piece of female anatomy. It's like the holy grail of female anatomy. Just like whipped it up medical style. It was hilarious. And I was thinking, you know, he could totally run with that. He could do like the SMV club. You know, every few months they kind of bring some new members in. You know, Bridget and Jenny and Megan all joined the SMV club this month. We're so proud of them. Have to have like another segment for women who have produced lots of children because they deserve a Hall of Fame too. So I'm like definitely on the sporty side, and I have a sister who I love very much who's also very sporty, but I would say her strength is in the area of all things hippie and alternative. Maybe you know someone like this if you live in Seattle. Maybe you know lots of people like this. I'm a little bit this way. I mean, I recycle my bike to work and all that stuff, but this is like the crowd that doesn't just do raw diet, they do raw paleo diet, where they eat raw meat. And sometimes they do high meat, where they ferment it for a couple days and then they eat it. So it's like totally, like pristinely thinking about every way they can just give the middle finger to modern society. It's like, screw you guys, doing it all wrong. They're gonna burn down a Dick's Burgers one day. And the funny thing about our friends too, I have to say this, is most of them can't really work 40 hours a week, right? Like, cause like their therapist told them that'll stress them out too much. You know, I mean, this is like, most of them basically don't have regular jobs, and somehow they cobble together like a room and a house in Green Lake that's like really run down, and they just like go to Whole Foods at sample time. Like, it's awesome. So I get to meet all my friends, and a lot of them are great artists, they're really talented people. A lot of them are really super smart too, it's interesting. They're thinking, you know, thinking about all this stuff. And so in particular, I was inspired by the men in this group because, you know, you gotta score chicks without a house, without a car, might not have showered in a while, you definitely not have a laundry machine, and, but you really got some good ideals, you know what I'm saying? And so I wrote a song that's dedicated to these men in Seattle. It's called Living Free in Seattle. So I'm gonna play it for you right now. Give it up for Josh, the sound guy. Yeah. Mystery man, we're back. We're doing a little check, check, check. Testing, testing, testing. Everyone should get tested. Thank you, person who just laughed earlier. That's so great when that happens. It's like, no, it was really funny. It was seriously, it was hilarious. All right, Living Free in Seattle. Here we go. It's kind of a chill song. So we're talking about chill people. I have no shampoo, cause I have blonde dreads. I don't need a comb when I pop out of bed. My bed's not a bed, it's just really hay and hair. Totally cool if you're totally gay. Oh, S-E-A-T-T-L-E. I like living on the edge of society. O-E-M-E-R-A-L-D. I enjoy making fermented mushroom tea. Kombucha! Cardboard and duct tape make up my home. I crash in volunteer park right next to a gnome. Yeah. I meditate to stay relaxed, and there is no way I'm ever paying federal income tax. S-C-A-T-T-L-E. I have dreams of living in a maple tree. E-N-E-R-A-L-E. There are healing powers in everyone's pee. It's true. People say my clothes smell funny. That's because I preserve them all with raw honey. My girlfriend never shaves her legs, and we both cry together when we see plastic bags. S-C-A-T-T-L-E. I have a lotus flower tattooed on my knee. It's for stepping into new beginnings and infinite possibilities. E-N-E-R-A-L-E. I'm in you, and you are in me. I dive in dumpsters for overripe fruit. I wear a Value Village 3-piece suit. The pants are too short, and I'm too thin, but at $7 I'm calling